When a dog wags its tail, it doesn't always mean it's happy or excited. A slow, stiff wag, especially when the tail is high, can signal aggression or dominance. So next time you see a dog, don't just assume it's happy, but always check the rest of the body language before assuming it's joy. But that's just one of the 20 myths we would be covering today. Like dogs can only see black and white, or 1 human years equals 7 dog years. Stick around to find out if they are true. First myth, pit bulls have the strongest bite. False. Many people think pit bulls have the deadliest jaws in the dog world. In reality, their bite force averages around 235 pounds per square inch, which is the same as 2 fully grown humans. It's strong for a dog that size, but it's nowhere near the top. Breeds like the Kangal or the Cane Corso, they have a bite force over 700 psi, comparable to 5 humans. Pit bulls are powerful, but they're not the king of bites. Myth 2. Dogs only see black and white. True, but not in the way most people think. Dogs can't see the full rainbow we do, but they're not totally colorblind either. Their vision is like a human with red-green color blindness, meaning they mostly see blues and yellows. So that bright red ball you throw, to your dog, it looks gray. That's why some toys disappear in the grass. Green and red both look dull to them. Myth 3. 1 dog year equals 7 human years. False. The 7-year rule is an oversimplification. A 1-year-old dog is actually closer to a 15-year-old human. By age 2, they're like a 24-year-old adult. After that, the aging process depends on size. Small breeds age slower and can live up to 18 human years, while giant breeds like Great Danes age much faster and may only live 7 to 9 human years. Myth 4. Big dogs always need more exercise. True. Larger breeds like German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, and Huskies often have tons of stamina and require hours of activity daily. But here's the catch, not all giant dogs are like that. Great Danes and Mastiffs are huge, but they're basically couch potatoes. Myth 5. Mixed breed dogs are always healthier than purebreds. This is half true at best. Mutts can have fewer inherited problems since they have more diverse genetics, but they're not immune to illness. A poorly bred mutt can still suffer health issues. Meanwhile, a responsibly bred purebred can live a long, healthy life. So the truth is, it all comes down to genetics and care. Myth 6. Dogs eat grass only when they're sick. False. People often panic when they see their dog munching on grass, but studies show it's normal canine behavior. Some dogs just enjoy the texture. Others may use it to help digestion or even to vomit if they feel unwell. But most of the time, it's just a dog being a dog. Myth 7. Old dogs can't learn new tricks. False. This is one of the biggest lies I have heard. Many people think a dog can only be taught trick when they are still small. But bigger dogs can learn. It just takes patience. In fact, training older dogs can help keep their minds sharp, prevent dementia, and strengthen their bond with owners, so never give up on teaching a dog, no matter its age. Myth 8. Dogs feel guilty when they look guilty. Now this is true. That guilty look, it's real. Studies show dogs can experience emotions similar to shame and guilt. For example, when a dog knocks over the trash, it often lowers its head, avoids eye contact, and tucks its tail. Not just because you're mad, but because it knows it did something wrong. They may not feel guilt exactly like humans, but they do know when they've broken the rules. Myth 9. Puppies can't be trained until they're older. False. You can, might, and should start training puppies as early as 8 weeks old. The earlier you teach them, the faster they learn. Basic commands, potty training, and socialization are most effective when started young. Waiting only makes bad habits harder to fix later. Time to speed things up. Myth 10. A dry nose means a sick dog. True. While it's not always a sign of sickness, a nose that's constantly dry, cracked, or hot can signal dehydration or fever. That's why vets often check the nose, but remember, a nose alone won't diagnose illness. Next, some breeds are naturally aggressive. True. Breed does play a role. For example, guard dogs like the Cane Corso or Fila Brasileiro are bred to be suspicious of strangers. That doesn't mean they're bad dogs, but their instincts are stronger. Of course, training and environment matter most. Even the friendliest breeds can be aggressive if mistreated. Next, dogs only bark to annoy people. False. Dogs bark because it's their main way of communicating. Some barks mean danger, others mean play with me, and some are simply boredom. To them, barking is talking, and we're just the ones who get annoyed. Garlic and onions are bad for dogs. True. 100% fact. Garlic and onions can destroy a dog's red blood cells and cause anemia. Even a small amount over time can be toxic, so never feed your dog table scraps with onion or garlic seasoning. Next, all dogs love swimming. False. While Labradors are natural water lovers, breeds with heavy chests or short legs like Bulldogs and Dachshunds can sink like rocks. Always be cautious before throwing your dog into a pool or lake. Next, dogs only sweat through their tongues. True. Panting is their primary cooling system, but they do sweat slightly through paw pads too. That's why you may notice little wet paw prints on a hot day. Next, dogs feel the same emotions as humans. False. Dogs feel basic emotions like joy, fear, sadness, and even jealousy, but they don't experience complex human emotions like pride or guilt in the same way we do. Next, you must be the alpha to train a dog. True. While the old wolf pack alpha theory is debated, dogs still thrive under structure and leadership. A good trainer sets clear rules, provides consistency, and earns respect, not just dominance. Finally, myth number 20. Dogs can smell diseases in humans. That is true. This one is mind-blowing. Studies prove dogs can detect diseases like cancer, diabetes, and even COVID-19 just by smelling breath, sweat, or urine. Their noses are up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours, making them living medical detectors. So, how many of these dog myths did you believe? Tell me in the comment below. If you learned something new today or not, smash that like button. Subscribe for more epic dog content. Until next time, keep loving dogs.